Hey, what's up, y'all? You are listening to your Mental Matters podcast. I'm your girl, Mo. And for those of you watching, thank you for tuning in. We are back with another episode, and we have a very special guest in the building.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
In a good space, yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for being here.
Mm-hmm.
We have Doctor, right?
Yes.
Doctor. We got to say doctor, right? We got Dr. Kells Barnett.
Yes, from Harlem.
From Harlem,
Yes.
okay, that part.
Yeah, can't leave that part out.
Specifically, right? And no, thank you so much for being here. Like, we are technically strangers to each other. We do not know each other. And the audience, I feel like I like to fill the audience in on like how I meet my guest or how I,
Okay.
how we came to kind of come across each other. You were recommended to me, which you don't know because we didn't really debrief. That's why I love having like conversations that are very organic like this, because now you're kind of learning something new, and then we're just, we're getting to know each other.
I was like, cool.
and I appreciate that, right? Because the hope is that like people, of course, want to come on and like, just have like candid conversations about mental health. But I think sometimes it could be a little, it could be a little nerve-wracking, right? When you don't know the person like formally, right? We don't know each other. We're not super familiar with each other, but we do have a lot of mutuals. And I actually had someone on the podcast, Kira. Shout out to Kira J.
Yes.
So it's kind of, I feel like this conversation, we'll be getting to know each other a bit, but I of course want to talk about, like, I did a little bit of my own research and I was like, you do a lot of cool things, right? Yeah. And I want to talk to you about just some of your work, some of the things that you do and like why you do it, like what got you into it. But before that, right, I want us to start off with just a mental health check-in because I do that for every episode.
Okay.
Right? How is your mental health? How are you doing?
Right now, I'm actually good. This week, so I'm very like transparent with friends and conflict. Or I try to be as much as I can be. And I'm like a glutton for pain, so I usually stack my hard conversations into one day. I think it was yesterday. I had like 10 hard conversations with different people for different reasons, and it was weighing heavy on me. Yeah. I still got a few more to go, but I love tough conversations. I think that it helps both parties involved, but it also helps us. I think we walk around with a lot of unsaid things to people, places, and things. Yeah. So I'm actually really good right now. I mean, it's always work to do, but I'm actually really good right now. Yeah. Feeling really good. And my birthday is in a few weeks, so that makes me feel good also.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes.
When is it?
February 25th.
Nice. Oh, first of all, that's like next week.
Right. Right.
Well, happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Yes. And I think I saw that. I think I saw you having a party.
Yeah, I got a lot going on, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and I should invite. I'll personally invite you though. I'll send it so it can feel personal.
Right. That's why I'm like, I don't want to invite myself.
No, I got you.
So, but that's really cool though. And, happy early birthday. But I also think like you being someone who like enjoys having hard conversations. Yeah. I think that's really just different to hear, right? It's I think that's a healthy thing, but like, I don't know that I hear men say that often. So I think that's really
what started that, in May of 2020, I lost my daughter to cancer.
Oh no.
She's fighting cancer for about a year, from January 2019. And over the course of that, dealing with that, a lot of people emotionally let me down. And what I realized when she passed, I said, nah, fuck that. I'm not living with you upset me anymore. The toughest thing about being transparent, what I learned is other people, because of the way of the world, they're not used to transparency. Yeah. So your transparency seems like conflict and it's not. And, I often tell people, if I tell you what you did to me on Monday hurt my feelings, I'm not saying I hate you. I'm not saying I want you to change. I just have to let you know because maybe you can internally change. Ultimately, smart people don't want people that they love to change. We just want them to be aware of the behavior that when they're dealing with us, especially if you don't like it. Now, if you're somebody that's abusive, that's different. You want that person out of your life or to change. Yeah. But I don't have people like that. I just have people that may do or say something that hurt my feelings. And I'll tell you, yo, B, I didn't like that.
Right.
And I'm not saying I love you less. I just don't like that. But I've learned over the course of the last 5-6 years that a lot of people are not used to hearing those words and from someone. And I have no ill malice. It's just, yo, what you did, I didn't like. And you don't gotta do nothing with the information, just letting you know. Because I think we carry it if we don't let each other know that what you said or did hurt me.
Absolutely. I love that. And I think that is really healthy. The fact that you are able to say, I don't even necessarily want anything back from you. I just want to get this off. Because most of the time I think people want something. When people share with someone like, this is how you hurt me, this is what you did, a lot of times people are looking for an apology. People are looking for
And what it is also with friends or even intimate relationships, what I try to convey is that what happened already happened. I'm not rehashing it. I'm not reliving it. I just have to address it because maybe we can avoid it in the future. I think that's the part of transparency that a lot of people are maybe uncomfortable with dealing with is they like, what you want me to do? I don't want you to do anything. It happened. I can't be mad at you. And I think that conflict, traditional conflict is like that. Like, motherfucker, you did some bullshit. No, it's not a head nod thing. It's like, yo, let's not ever do that. I didn't like how that felt. I didn't like the way it made me react. I didn't like none of that. So don't do it. And people are not used to that. And I'm okay that people are not used to that. It may take a little minute for people to get used to it, but I'm very transparent with my feelings. And some people can handle it, some can't, but it has not let me down since I started being very transparent.
I love that.
And I'll apologize if I'm wrong. So sometimes I'll, crash out, and I don't even call it a crash out, but like you overextend the conversation. So now it's just compounded with a lot of stuff. And I've had to tell people, yo, dog, I got to remove you from my life. And it's been a lot of tough conversations. I've reconciled with a lot of people like, yo, I gave you too many chances, man. Because I'm not petty. I don't cut people off for bullshit. It'd be like just a lot of stuff. And some people want to address the stuff what it was. Some people don't. And I'm okay either way.
Yeah, that's really interesting. How do you feel like you developed into becoming this type of person?
Like I said, when my daughter passed, I just realized that I didn't want to live in a space where people thought not supporting me or the type of support that I needed was cool. So I realized that I had to tell people straight up, you let me down, and that was that. But then it started developing into, yo, I didn't like that and I didn't like this. And I realized if I cut somebody off, I'll verbally say, hey, I'm not fucking with you no more. There's no beef.
Yeah.
I'll verbally say, yo, Mo, I'm not fucking with you no more. And that's it. There's no beef. People are not used to that. So the more honest and transparent I got, the better my life got. And people, I'm not a yes man. I don't keep yes men around me, luckily. So like my shit is for real. Like if I say, yo, dog, you hurt me, they'll be like, oh, it's dope when you ever confront a friend or address a friend and then they acknowledge it. They're like, yo, I ain't think about it like that. So I've had that happen. I've had people like, what? If you crash up, cool, then we don't have to be friends. But luckily I've had more positives than negatives. The negatives I have had have eventually turned into positives. Okay. So it's just something that I'm keep redefining. And, sometimes I live in wallow with it. Like, it didn't feel good confront that person. And I don't want to hurt nobody, but it's like, I got to do, what's that line from Power? She like Lucius, I gotta pick me first. Yeah. You got to pick yourself first. And I was talking to someone the other day, like, I think when people hear the word selfish, they think it's like materialistic. But I do think that we all owe ourselves a selfish era. Yeah. And what I mean is an era where I have to pick myself first. Now, I'm not going to pick myself if it hurts you. I'm not going to say, fuck you, man. I don't fuck what you're going through. But sometimes I can't fix everybody's problems in real time. Sometimes I have to fix my problems. I have to worry about myself or I'm going to burn out. Yeah. And then when you burn out, people are like, oh, I can't fuck around with you. Like, nigga, you fucking made me burn the fuck out. So I have to pick I'm in the era of selfishness, and it can mean whenever people hear that, however it is heard to them, I can't give a fuck about that.
I know that's right. I feel like that was a lot, but it was also really good because I feel like you ever hear that term, like you're my spirit animal?
Yeah, I love that term.
I'm like, low-key, I feel like you're my spirit animal talking. Okay. Like I have these internal thoughts of like, or maybe that's even a version of myself that existed at one point where I was very like, You know, I had moments where I've hurt people because of how raw and unfiltered I was when I did address things. And I have since learned how to communicate differently to where like I'm not saying things in a hurtful manner, right? Like I'm able to be direct. I'm able to be like communicate what the issue is in a manner that is digestible. Because sometimes,
Okay.
because what I've learned is like,
Direct can seem harsh or aggressive.
yeah. And it's like, you know how people talk about like tough love? Like I don't think like this idea of like, I'm telling you this for your own good and you got to receive it this way, like in a tough love manner. I don't necessarily know that has to exist. I think love, like communicating something in a loving manner can be just that without the tough part of it. And,
Right.
and I think unfortunately in our community, like the Black and brown community, tough love is a thing that people had no choice but to deal with.
Especially our parents' generation.
Right.
I believe that we're the first generation that's really built on living a life of love and not struggle.
Yeah.
They had to. They had no choice. And I think now social media, we're picking and choosing think like that doesn't serve me well. I know people that have quit a 6-7 figure job like bro, that was just toxic. You didn't do that 20, 30 years ago. I know people who were like, yo, I'd rather be fucking homeless than to lose myself there, because that's what a lot of jobs do. And our generation, we're picking our own happiness. I think it's dope.
Yeah. I love it so much.
Yeah.
I love it so much, right? Like we can do things differently now, even when it comes to hard conversations, right? But I think for you, it sounds like in those, like there was something like just a major life event that happened that kind of propelled you forward to communicate in this way, which I think there's something healthy about it, you know, but I feel like, or at least I wonder if like that has cost you a lot of friendships and relationships.
No, believe it or not, it hasn't. Most people in my life know I'm very unserious. Like I really don't, even though I talk with intensity, I joke all day, every day.
Okay.
I love that about myself. I'm never going to change. When I am serious, it's serious. But when I'm not, I'm not. Most of my friends understand where my heart is. And, I've had fallen outs. But like I said, usually any fallouts I have, we circle back. Sometimes you got to step away and come back, and that's all good. But no, I haven't lost any friendships based on my transparency. Okay. It's actually made a lot of my relationships and friendships stronger.
I love that.
And I'll tell you, I seen a post, it was like, I don't got secret animosity towards nobody. Everybody I don't like, no, I don't like them. I'm very transparent.
I know that's right.
I'll at you on a post, everything. Like, yo, B, I don't fuck. I at a business, a owner, like, I don't fuck with you. You did some bullshit. I have no problem addressing issues. And people got issues with me. You could address it, and I'm not gonna give a fuck. But you could address it, because I'm not an asshole. I don't do bullshit to people. I sleep very well at night, knowing that I didn't do anybody wrong. So what's dope about social media, what I love is when you call someone out on social media, sometimes your character with other people already is gonna do the arguing for you. Like I would love, even if it was a social experiment, somebody could write something on Instagram, say, yo, fuck this bullshit. Your comments will be flooded with, come on, B. That's not for real. It's not Kells. Like, and I love when people who are full of shit or ain't shit somebody call them out, and then the comments like, yeah, that motherfucker, yeah. B, it's the year of integrity, man. Call the people out that did some bullshit, and the people who did good shit, call them out also, man. But I love when I see somebody try to throw somebody with a good heart and good energy under the bus, and the comments and the people like, no, not that
Defend
person.
them, right?
Next, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Absolutely. I love that.
Right.
I love that. So if I ever see anything about Kells, I already know. They can't.
Yeah, I would love to see what somebody would say. Like, it would be fun. It would, it ain't gonna amount to nothing, but
for sure.
But we all got people. There's a group of people somewhere that don't like me. I mean, whatever.
I hope not. I hope not. Because I already know. I'm like, if anybody's sitting around and they don't like me, they haters.
Yeah, like I know that for a fact, B. Like, so it's funny. Like, and I love going. I go to a party by myself, and I know it upsets some people. It's like, this motherfucker just do whatever the fuck he want. Like, yeah, like B. Like, if you hate me, you a real hater, man. I show everybody love. If you from Harlem, I already fuck with you. If you got Harlem and your business got Harlem in the name, I already fuck with it.
Yeah.
Or you gonna make me not fuck fuck with you. I'm not gonna not fuck with you because of you. Me, it's gonna be because of you. And once I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you.
That part.
Yeah.
Simple math.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
that's not wait.
Once I cut somebody off, they almost gotta hit me to make sure that they exist. They like, I don't know, I feel like I passed away. Like, no, you're alive. It's just not alive in my life.
This is my spirit animal. I'm gonna keep saying that because that's you give spirit animal.
Yeah, that's the whole shit. I'm just a shit talker. That's that Lennox Ave Harlem stuff.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Come on, Lennox Ave. Okay, so now thank you for that. So now let's get into some of the things, right? I just have a couple of things that I wanted to just, talk to you about. So your upbringing, right? Like Harlem, of course, that's where you're from, right? Were you born and raised in Harlem?
Yes. Yep.
Dope. And what's your ethnic background?
Harlem is my ethnic background. No, we're black. That's a dope man. My ethnic background is Harlem. What's funny is somebody's telling me that I'm from Harlem is more important than calling me doctor. Like, yeah,
really?
Yeah. Leaving Harlem, that I'm from Harlem out is way more offensive than calling me a doctor. I don't give a fuck about that.
You know what? I think I feel similarly about Queens because I'm from Queens.
Yeah.
Queens girl through and through.
It's like my pride in Harlem is a big deal. It means a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it really means a lot to me that, believe it or not, that I'm able to go anywhere in Harlem. That says a lot. Like, you got people, and it sucks, man. Like, I don't know, street shit, beef shit, where certain places they can't go. I've never had that issue, man. And I'm really proud of what myself, my circle, my family have built in Harlem. I'm very proud that I can go anywhere in Harlem, support anyone from Harlem. Like, it might be like 16 people who don't like me, but the love is so strong that they can't even say nothing. They gotta internalize the hate. Because if you hate on me, like you said, you a hater. Like you
really a hater.
You ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah.
No, Harlem is my ethnicity.
I love that.
Yes.
I know that's right. And I guess, what does that mean though, to be able to move around comfortably in Harlem? Like, what do you feel like that signifies?
To me, growing up, I was always a fan of being friends with everyone. Remember, like in the lunchroom where you had like the jocks and the goth kids? Like, I played every table.
Okay.
I really thought that was important I love diversity. That's why I love New York City. That's why I love Harlem. You could literally walk from East Harlem to West Harlem. You've walked through every country in the world. Like, that's dope to me. So just being from Harlem, to me, I think that's what inspired my my love for diversity.
Yeah.
And then traveling the world also, I do think that exposure is what makes you love where you're from a little bit more, especially from New York City.
Yeah.
Like, I love like going to Africa and you seeing their culture and you could feel it back home. Like, we got this. Like, this is crazy. So that's what I really love about Harlem, is that it just have every part of the world in Harlem. And I'm glad that I was able to be in spaces like learning different cultures, like even the Bad Bunny halftime show. I understand a word he said, but I loved it because I seen a post from one of these New York pages. It was like, we're not haters in New York because that's normal for us. Mm-hmm. Like I could walk through those neighborhoods. So seeing that, I'm like, hell yeah. Like, I didn't understand a word he said, but it was dope because I grew up around Puerto Rican and Dominican.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So seeing that was dope. If you from New Yorker and you hated that performance, you a hater. Like, so I love the diversity of our neighborhoods, just seeing how different cultures live. And you realize a lot of our stuff is similarities. So that's also what I love about being from Harlem in New York City.
Absolutely. I would agree with you there. Like, I think just it's a melting pot, right?
It really is. Yeah. I love it.
That's dope. That's dope. No, thank you for sharing that. And like, I guess additionally, like with growing up in Harlem, you mentioned being in school and, not necessarily like just being cool with everybody, right? I feel like we kind of have like that's another similarity we have. But what was it like for you, like at home? What was it like at home? What was your upbringing like there? How was the relationship with your parents?
So, my dad has been in and out of jail my entire life up until I was about 7 or 8, and then he went in for the final time, and he's been in, probably like 34 years now. But what's crazy is I had and have an amazing relationship with my father. So essentially, my mom, my sister, and my sister boyfriend, now husband, raised me. And I got a big family, so I never realized that I was without a dad, or I was without money or whatever, because I was surrounded by so much love. I didn't realize that we were poor until like I was in debt. Like, that's why I couldn't get that. I just like, when you just assume like, hey, I want this, and like the other thing gonna happen. I never assumed it was because we didn't have money. Like, and I don't even know if I even thought about that. Like, and what's crazy is I don't even remember even asking for anything and hearing no. That was another part. Like, my mom and my sister like isolated me from having any issues growing up. So like I was raised around love.
Yeah.
Even though having a parent that's incarcerated, the stereotypes there, the percentages of following that lifestyle. Like, it was so crazy that in my neighborhood, like, dudes wouldn't even let me do street shit because they knew who my father was like a big deal at one point, so they knew who he was. And what I enjoyed about my block specifically, if you were somebody that was doing something, the older guys wouldn't even let you do certain things. Like, if you was in the school, if they seen some good in you, you couldn't do no clown shit. And I'm not saying that they let other people do clown shit, but they like, this ain't for you.
Right.
Like, you can hang out, but this not for you. My block was real family oriented, and it's still like that, and I love it. And no matter what amount of success I had, and we was talking about my love for being able to move around Harlem, no matter what amount of success I have, the fact that I'm able to go back to where I'm from, where I grew up, all the blocks, the projects I grew up from, and get love, that means more to me than any award, any accolade, any achievement, any success. Because what's dope to me is that all the success I got, like, let's say I go talk to kids and I'm talking at their school, they leave school, I'm on the corner chilling with their uncle. And that means more to me than anything else.
Yeah.
Because when I was growing up, people would come into school, career day, and then they'd be like, all right, they got a church suit on, they not fucking fly. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? They get on a train, get in a car, you never see them again. You're like, I'm like, it's like a whirlwind, like it's a fever dream. These kids can really see me. I'm really in Harlem. You can really come to my store. You come to my office. You like that. Yes, that's my cousin. Yeah. It's just crazy, and that really means a lot to me. That the people when I was growing up wouldn't let me do a lot of silly shit. It was a real community.
I love that.
Yeah,
and I love that community element to it, and I think that's needed. And sometimes I feel like that's what's missing now today. Like, with the younger generation, the new generation, it doesn't feel like there's like that community element, at least me being, from Queens, or just overall, just like looking at what it's like now. Right. I don't know if it's that same sort of culture right now, unfortunately. And if there is, it's kind of like just a small percentage of it right now. So I just love that you had that experience. And then in turn, you did a lot of community work, right? And I want to get into some of that too, like just like some of the things that you do, like what you've done, what you've contributed to the community.
So my nonprofit, Take Care of Harlem, is exactly what it sounds like, taking care of Harlem. I think exposure is what makes people truly successful. When I went away, first of all, I hated school. I hate everything about school. I hate the structure of school. I love learning, but I don't like anything about school. I don't like sitting at a desk. I don't like rules. I don't like none of that. So I didn't want to go to college.
Right.
For oddly enough, my sister, shout out to my sister, Shay Wood, incredible, man. Like, she literally she had a gun. It would have been at gunpoint. She made me go to college. I'm a night for like, I don't want to do that shit. Like, I don't want to go to college. Like, she's like, yo, no, you going to fucking college. I was like, I don't want to. I'm talking about the night before. Like the car was packed or something. And maybe I'm getting the days wrong, but it was basically like, it was down to the wire. Like, I don't even know. I had no plan. So I really went to school to please my sister, my mom, and just not be on the streets. Like, just, like, I don't know what I would have did.
Yeah.
So I went to school, and what I realized is college was easier than high school because the rules in high school are away and it's all on you. And I do really well. I'm very self-sufficient. I'm very good at monitoring myself and monitoring my work. I realized that I didn't like the components of high school. Come in at 8, leave at 5. In college, you absent, your professor's not calling you, they not checking in on you, you just on, I know motherfucker, and you don't notice if you're not good with time and self-sufficiency, when you go to college, you're gonna drown.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna sleep the whole time. Now you know, your family don't know you sleeping, you laid up with somebody for 2 semesters, you get the grades, like, the fuck, we got a bill, and you failed? Like, come on, B. So when I went away to school, I realized, oh, my neighborhood is fucked up. You see grass, you see trash cans, you see if somebody walk in and they drop a tissue, they walk back, pick it up to throw it in the garbage.
Right.
There's no piss on the elevators.
Right.
Where I went to school. Like, so I didn't realize how wild some of the things that we were doing in our neighborhoods was till I went away. Of course, when you growing up, you're like, it's kind of wild somebody pissed in the elevator. Like, you're going somewhere or coming from somewhere, why just piss in the elevator? So I went away to school. When I came back, few years after coming home, we opened up the boutique Harlem Haberdashery. I've always been transparent of my admiration for people.
Yeah.
Right. So it was like raining, or like it was bad. It was raining or about to rain. And I seen someone that when I was growing up, I looked up to. With no coat. He had no coat on. And I had already been doing like little community stuff here and there, but it didn't have a name. I was just like we clean the streets and do toy drive, like, just, you know, like, I feel like when you have a business in our neighborhoods, you have an obligation to give back.
Yeah.
So the guy I ran into, and shout out to him, he's actually doing well now, and he watches all my stuff. I know he's gonna watch this. Yeah. He loves when I tell his story. I'll never say his name, but he loves when I tell his story.
Okay.
So I seen him walking. Like, I think I was getting in my car, like, yo, what's up? He had no coat on. His building caught a fire. It was something. We had 2 kids. It was around, it might have been October, because it was like that weird weather phase.
Yeah.
And that's when I decided to do a coat drop.
Okay.
And then I connected the toy drop to it. And man, like we be collecting like 3,000 toys. And back then, believe it or not, this is the power of starting something. Back then, and this is not a shade to nobody, and I absolutely love it, there wasn't a lot of toy drops. It might have been 2 that I knew of. Now I love around Christmas, Thanksgiving, I look at everybody doing it. That's what it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to, if everybody did a little, that shit can make a big difference.
Yeah.
So now it's so dope now that when we have toy drops and coat drops, we run out of places to give it. That's how it's supposed to be. But back to how this all started. So I did that. And then organically it started to form. And then I think the previous year, the year after, a partner of mine was like, yo, let's do like a lunch, like a lunch giveaway.
Yeah.
And when, again, I still had no name. Instagram was like just getting started. And I realized that if you post a picture on September 1st, and then you post birthdays and trips and everything, and then let's say you do a gardening event September 1st, and then you go on trips, your homeboy birthday, your homegirl get married, and then you do a toy drive November 30th, those posts are disconnected. They're not by each other. So I realized that hashtags connect posts. So I started using the hashtag TakeCareofHarlem.
Got you.
So now you can click on TakeCareofHarlem, and it just has this algorithm,
right,
before algorithm was a real word, of things that's going on. And I always encourage people from Harlem, yo, use this hashtag. I don't own it. So when we did the lunch bag thing, my man was like, yo, call it Take Care of Harlem. I was already doing it for like 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that's fire. So it's hashtag Take Care of Harlem. And it's exactly what it sounds like. You could click the hashtags and now I'm in like year 14, 15.
I love that.
So it's crazy when I be doing graphics, like 15 annual toy drop. That's crazy. So I always try to encourage people, yo, everything starts at 1. Just get that shit started. So exposure, running into my man, and just, I knew what my community needed. That's how the communities, and it just keeps evolving. And when I was little, to put it in context, I seen my grandmother doing a lot of community work that I always thought was dope.
Yeah.
I seen the love that she got in our projects, and I always just thought that was dope also.
I love that. I think
Yeah.
that's amazing. And you just having the heart to help community in that way. What did you study when you were in school?
Business management, marketing, and oddly enough, I got a minor in media studies.
Okay.
I always want to get into movies somehow. I had some dope professors. We used to write scripts. I have a lot of scripts. Just a matter of sitting down and doing it. So I have a minor in media studies. My master's is in business, and my doctorate is in like philosophy.
I love that. I love that. Like you went and got your PhD after.
So the funny thing is my PhD is honorary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So what happened was I was signing up to do a physical PhD. A friend of ours was like, yo, hold off on that. I didn't know what it meant. And then I got the honorary.
Oh my
And, you
goodness.
know, contrary to popular belief, I think honorary degrees have a bad connotation because, put a number on it, 95% of people honorary degrees don't deserve the degree. I'll be very honest.
Okay.
I put in 25 plus years on the ground doing the work. So I earned that.
Yeah.
Now, am I going to get a physical degree? Yeah. But the crazy shit is I don't need a degree to do nothing I do.
Yeah.
That's the other part.
Right.
I really do it to front of my sister. Like, so
right. That's what I was gonna say. Literally, you went to school by force.
Yeah. So my sister went to Columbia.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, my sister's she's the smartest person that I probably know.
What school did you go to?
Dowling College. What's crazy is they was doing some fraud shit, so he has defrauded. So if somebody out there know how that work where my student loans get forgiven, there's no real answers, man. But they was doing like predatory loans, some bullshit. Yeah, they was doing some bull. It was racist. It was real racist out there. I was in a cohort, me and my black roommate, and we failed. Everybody else passed, and we realized years later what they were doing was failing you so you could take out another loan because you want to finish. They would fail you like in the last semester. So, yeah, I don't need degrees for nothing. I really just went, when I got my bachelor's, I'm like, this is dope. I'm like, but Shay got that. I said, well, I'm gonna get a master's. I'm gonna one up on her ass.
I know that's right.
And I went straight, and then I just got out and did the work. And what most people don't know, and I'll share here, just because this is a podcast about mental health, I've actually worked in the mental health space and retired. I worked with mental disabled adults for 25 plus years.
Wow.
Like, and so I tell people that's what I don't share that with many people.
Wow.
Like with a lot. So people would I used to have an office downtown Brooklyn. People would see me and they just see me with these people like, what the hell is going on? I would never introduce them as these guys I work with. Like, it's my people. And I've had amazing relationship with those guys. They are all still in my life. And it's one of the things that I'm extremely proud of. I don't share much because it's just not for people to know.
Right.
So that's how I learned patience. It's how I learned to be transparent. It's how I learned to deal with difficult personalities, both with my guys and the staff. I love it. And what's funny is I started that when I was doing my master's. I needed to work for a nonprofit, just a nonprofit. And it was a house across the street from one of the campuses. And everybody's like, yo, you go there. And I'm like, when I got there, and you see the groups out in the mall and you really never really know. And I love that our guys, like I call our guys because that's just how I refer to them.
Yeah.
I love that our guys are included more. I love social media with people that work with people with adults with mental disabilities, are sharing them and not in an exploitive way. 20 years ago when I started filming your client or your consumer, however you choose to define them, I call them my friends. It was like you don't do that. It was like blasphemy.
Yeah.
Because it even if you wasn't exploiting them, it was just weird. Now these guys have pages. These guys are Instagram celebrities, and I love it. All of my guys, I'm still in their lives. They're still in my life. Most people do not know that about myself. When I retired, it was very emotional. I cry about it a lot because I just randomly thought about it one day. I'm like, yeah, I've been doing this a long time, so I just did something again. I am coming back. They watch all my stuff. I am coming back to you guys. So, man, I just had to step away and do my thing because I did that. No lie, I did that shit for 20 years, 5 days a week.
20 years.
20 years.
I think with you saying 20 years, I'm very curious of your age.
I'm 42.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. I did that. They watched my son grow up.
Wow.
They watched my businesses grow. And I swear, you'll see me at a party with my guys that I met, and you won't know it.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a lot of stereotypes of adults with disabilities. People think they look a certain way. I'm like, and a lot of times the person will reveal what we are and how I know them. People are like, what the fuck? Like, so I have beautiful relationships with all of these guys. Yeah, and I did that for 20 years, 5 days a week. Yep. It's crazy.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Because I've done some of that work as well. Like mental.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah. It's something that is like, it can be rewarding.
It's a gift. I think it's truly a gift.
It's a gift.
And I remember when I was there were people like supervisors and stuff. Or maybe I can say this. They'd be like, yo, you think that person gonna work? I'm like, that's not gonna work. I could tell first day, first week. I'm like, nah, that person's not gonna work.
They're about to be out of here.
It takes a very specific, I've never had no issues with my guys. I've had every level of difficult behavior you can think. I've never had a single issue with any of my guys. I've had guys 10 times bigger than me, littler than me, wheelchairs, nonverbal, verbal, elopers. I've had every single thing you can think of. And people from that world that knows me knows it's not cap. Like it's a real thing. I'm really proud of that work. I used to always tell the agency that I work for that they need a statue for me in their building. That's how good I was. So if any of my directors or supervisors I ever work with, we need to get that statue of me in them buildings, man. I was really proud of the work that I did there, man. And those guys, I guarantee I could pick up my phone and one of them have called me since I've been doing it.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I believe you. I mean, being that first of all, you have an honorary doctorate, right? You have done amazing work in the community. And to me, it sounds like you're just like a good human, you know? So like, if you have a good heart, you're a good human. Like you give back in a way that is like.
But you know, also I don't define myself as a good human. I define myself as a fucking human, and I think it's equivalent to this. A good father knows he's a good father. So usually when you call someone a good father, it's kind of insulting. It's like, what the fuck else am I supposed to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not doing anything magical to me. I'm not doing anything magical or super special. I feel like I'm doing what everyone should do.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be an example, and I love motivating people, man. Like, I love being humble, but I'll be very honest. A lot of times I forget how motivating what I do is to people.
Yeah.
Because I'm, like I told you, I was telling you when I ran into the guy that I look up to.
Yeah.
I'm still like that to this day. I'll run up to somebody like a fan, like, yo, B, like, you really motivate me. So it's wild when people are doing that to me because like I said, I'm just being regular. I'm not doing anything like special, like, hey, look at me. And most good people with good hearts are not doing things for recognition. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, in the social media era, you have to show the good deeds that you're doing. And what I try to get people to understand is we're showing the good deeds we're doing, not to be exploitive. We're not showing off. I'm inspiring someone.
Yeah.
I always tell people that I'm showing, the reason why I show certain things is because that's what I would want to see if I needed that motivation.
Right.
Because shit, I went from nothing. There was no social media when I was coming up. So now I know what I would want to see. Like, oh, I want to see, like, I party, I curse, I drink, and people never thought that about successful people or business owners or educated people. It blows people's mind when they find out about my degrees. Because they're like, I'm a regular person. Like, I'm super regular. I still hang with street dudes. Like, I listen to rap. Like, there's going to be no change. I'm always going to be myself. I talk to kids as myself. I'm around parents with myself. The adults that I volunteer with, I'm myself.
Yeah.
And that's why their families love me. I talk to my people regular. I curse.
Yeah.
My mother hates that I curse. But I'm like, that's why people connect. I'm very regular. And it's funny, sometimes people in the community be like, you should get into politics. I'm like, no, I'm way too raw. This is how I would show up to the motherfucking kind of like, they ain't ready for that.
I'm not mad at it. Listen,
yeah, I'm like,
show
but
up there fly.
it's dope on a level, but you can't, I'm all that talking shit. I'm like, no, hold on, motherfucker. I'm from Lennox. Like, we not gonna do that. But who the fuck you talking to? So I can't get into politics. I would love it. I probably would win easily, but no, it's too raw.
Maybe you could be like a mayor.
All your skeletons come out the closet. I'm like, no, let's keep that. Let's keep that.
Oh, you want to keep the heard you. Understood. Okay. Well, no, thank you for sharing this. I feel like this is really interesting stuff, and I'm sure there's so much more layers to you and getting to know you. You have a child, right?
Yes.
And how's that? Like, how's fatherhood?
Man, I tell my son all the time, I think he's already surpassed me in being a better man than me. My son is 17.
Mm-hmm.
His grades be so good that it makes me feel stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So a long time ago, don't ask me, just don't, I was of no help to him.
Okay.
Education-wise. He studied engineering.
Wow.
His grades, I ain't gonna even tell you what my grades was in school versus his. Let's just say he's smarter than me right now. I got through school through the good grace of charm. It wasn't.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't my. And it wasn't that I was stupid. Like I said, I just didn't enjoy high school. But my son is incredible. Raising him has been the greatest gift and the greatest test. And what I don't think my son realizes is that I'm learning more from him than I think he's learning from me. And I got to remind myself, even with the way I deal with my mom, is that we're all living this life at the same time for the first time together.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get everything right. And I tell my son straight up, like, yo, you are great. I'm not going to always get it right. I'm here if you want to talk.
Yeah.
And I hope that, he hears that. And I hope other fathers, talk to your, especially your sons like this. I'm pretty sure there are things I did that let my son down. And he has every right to address me on that.
Mm-hmm.
I have one thing that I tell my son all the time. Me and you could butt heads, but you can't butt heads with your mother. That's how I was raised, and you're going to butt heads with your mother, but your mother and me, respectfully, are never gonna steer you wrong. But your mother never really gonna steer you wrong. So you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of the things that I tell my son, and because I didn't grow up with our father, so he'll be like aggressive. I remember when he was little, I used to be telling him life shit. He'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? We playing with Legos. Like, I'm trying to, the game, and he'd be told, he like, it's going over his head.
Yeah.
But what I realized is, when he gets older, something I told him when he was 7 gonna click, like, oh. And I tell him, like, yo, B, a lot of things I tell you, you ain't gonna get to you in a relationship. You find love, if you want kids, like, you heartbreak, failure, you're gonna fall out with your friends. But I think that's what it is being a father, just instilling those little gems and stuff that maybe spark later.
Absolutely. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And how's the relationship between you and his mom?
So our relationship is actually so well that it blows people's mind. They don't understand why we're not together. But that's the trauma within our own community.
Yeah.
They think when you have a good relationship with your kid's mother, like, oh, y'all still fuck with each other. Like, I can still joke with her. She still jokes with me.
That's good.
And I share the jokes specifically to inspire other people. Like, you can have a healthy co-parent. And of course we have our things and we go through things. But long as it's about the kids, we co-parent our animals together. So it's like, long as it's about the kids, she knows she can ask me for anything. There's no, what you need this for? Like, I don't got time for that. If she asks me for an absurd amount, I know it's for something for the kids.
I love that. I love that. And so I guess, and this is, you could keep it as vague as you want, or if you want to get more detailed, is whatever you're comfortable with. So why would you say you guys aren't together?
I honestly think we just grew apart.
Okay.
And I think, that happens. But what I do respect about our relationship is we never lost sight for the love of our kids. Like, my son has never seen us argue. He has never seen us in turmoil. He's only known healthy love, as healthy as we can make it. Because we're not together. But he's seen us in healthy spaces. We go to Disney together. Like, we do things together as a family.
Amazing.
We spend Christmases together, and luckily, fortunately. Well, maybe that's not true, but maybe it's true. I've never really dated anyone that posed a problem because, again, what I realized with transparency is there's no secret things going on. Like, it was always like, nah, like, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. But I have to spend Christmas with my children. I have to be my son's first date, and whatever. When Mia was sick, I had to be there for doctor's appointments. Like, I've never dated anyone that tried to pit me against my kid, that would not have worked good for them. So I'm glad I've never met or dated anyone like that.
For sure. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And I guess I'm wondering for your, for her, has she ever dated anyone that maybe...
You know, what's funny is she has. My son told me
she dated someone that you felt like...
No. I thought you were saying something different. No, she has dated. No, but man, let me tell you something, man. I trust my kid's mom. She's not gonna have. She's probably the same way. Like no. You're not going to tell me how my kids live in this world, in this space.
Yeah.
And I think that's another important part about having children with someone. Of course, you don't know who someone is till you have children with them and they switch up on you. But luckily, she haven't. I haven't. Mm-hmm. I know so heartedly that she won't have someone around that tries to put, you know what I'm saying? And it just won't work for me either.
For sure.
And that's something we don't have this. That's like, we don't have to speak about that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Simple math. Okay.
Yeah, it's very simple.
Yeah. No, thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. And I guess maybe another question, since we're, it's literally, it's Valentine's Day season. I don't know. Yeah, Valentine's Day just passed. So, I got to ask about the relationships and love life, dating. What is that like for you at this point in your life?
Dating has never been hard. I think what has been hard is, and there's a lot of R&B songs like this where someone's broken heart 20 years ago affects how they operate in your space. And a lot of times we end up having to mend someone else's broken heart from something else.
Yes.
And what I've realized in my transparency is that everyone doesn't get it. I've been in a lot of amazing relationships with a lot of amazing women. I don't really have, wow, that's actually incredible to say. I don't have any exes who I don't speak to, and you know what I really enjoy, talking about relationships, what I really enjoy is when an ex can hit me like, what went wrong with us? Because I think that's a really important thing to add. Like sometimes they ask me like, ooh, like, you want me?
Is that a question you want to know the answer to?
I'm like, it's funny. One of my exes asked me, I'm like, do you want the? I said, I'm gonna take it easy on you, and I've always been good with dating, and a lot of my relationships ended mutually.
Okay.
Grown apart. No, I won't tell us. But no, a lot of my relationships ended mutually, and the ones that didn't, there's no ill will. I don't have like animosity towards anyone that I dated. The hardest part, believe it or not, about dating as an entrepreneur is just different mindsets and different lifestyles. Like entrepreneur, it's not like, if you're not ready for it, you cannot date an entrepreneur. It's very, because our money is different, our time is different, our energy is different.
How so? Break that down.
Meaning, so difference between what I realize about career people or 9-to-5 people and entrepreneurs is entrepreneurs are very comfortable with being broke. Like, I'm very comfortable with when things go wrong, like, hey, man, I got to figure this out. A 9-to-5 person, and I'm pretty sure I'll probably get some flack for this, but when you have a 9-to-5, complaining about money with a 9-to-5 is wild to me because you already know you're going to get money in 2 weeks. Put that same thought process as an entrepreneur. You complain about money on Monday, you don't know where the fuck your next dollar's coming from. Yeah. You may got an idea. It may be like down the halls, like blurry. You like, I kind of see it. But 9-to-5, you know every 2 weeks you getting that money.
Right.
Now, if it's not enough, that's a different situation. But you have an idea. Yeah. Entrepreneurs, and then imagine trying to date that. Yo, babe, I want to go. You're like, okay, I'm gonna figure this out. I gotta figure this out.
Yeah.
Now you got a 9-to-5, you can figure it out. 300, I can spread it out. Entrepreneurs are not like that. And what I realized, I seen a post on Threads, and I love Threads. I love the algorithm of Threads. Yeah. I said, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm not living check to check. I'm living invoice to invoice. And that's scary because people that owe you money in invoices, it's like they be taking their good old time. That net 30, I'm learning about the net 30, net 60, net. Like I continuously learn it. I've known about this my entire entrepreneurial career, but it's like every year I learn a little bit more. So now I'm trying to get better where all right, this net 30 got to go up there for this. So it's like science.
Yeah.
It's like it's really doing chemistry because you got to figure out how can I get money every week. Let's say you have contracts. So let's say you have consulting things that you're doing with people. So it's just very scary. And then if that thing fall through and your girl over here like, yo, but you like, oh my God, like, but we're okay with that.
Yeah.
And you got to date someone that's okay with you being okay with that. Because what I have realized with some people with dating is they think that you're doing it because you're content with living that type of life. And that's not what it is. Entrepreneurs are the most hopeful people in the world and delusional in a good way.
Yeah.
To be an entrepreneur, you got to have fucking audacity. You literally, like, you know what it takes to be an entrepreneur? You're really saying, fuck this, I'm going to do this. 9 to 5 people cannot understand it if they don't have entrepreneur friends.
Right.
They literally don't try to date someone that doesn't understand it. Because they're like, yo, bro, just go get a fucking job. And you like, it's like an insult almost. So, but now what I'm realizing, social media, entrepreneurs are now learning how to play the job world and the entrepreneur world at the same time. Absolutely. And I encourage, entrepreneur people, get you some contracts. Like whatever your niche is, get you some contracts where the money consistently comes in. Yeah. So where you're not consistently chasing the money. That's kind of what I'm trying to fine tune in my life now is how can I, all right, okay, this is coming in, I can still do this. It's tricky. I'm like I said, I'm in my 40s and I've been doing this for a long time and I haven't figured it out.
Yeah.
I think that's the other part too is people think they see successful people and they're like, you got it all figured out. No, I'm more fucked up than people think that. I'm not saying like financially, emotionally fucked up, but like I have problems just like everyone else. But when they see you shining and shit, like I gotta look good. You know what I'm saying? That's the other part. We didn't talk about the community shit.
Listen.
I realized because I'm into fashion, people will listen to what the fuck I got to say.
Yeah.
And because of that, it makes doing the community work a little bit easier. I walk straight to somebody and be like, yo, B, can you donate? You tell me no, like, I got no problem calling you out and talking shit about it. It's joke. I'm joking, but everything is a joke with me. But when you look good, people like, you get more yeses than nos when you fly, especially from Harlem. When you fly, motherfucker gonna listen to you.
I know that's right.
You get a motherfucker to damn near do anything. They look up to you fast. So why not do it for good? You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
But back to the entrepreneur shit, like, yeah, it's just hard dating, period. But entrepreneur shit is very hard, man. But
yeah. But the thing with sorry to cut you. I don't mean to cut you off. I think the thing with entrepreneurship though is that invoice, you could get one invoice that's like thousands of dollars and now you good money. So it's not all just it's not just like, dang, you just broke and you cool being broke. It's like one situation.
Yo, you could get one invoice that pays your bills for the whole month, for the whole year.
Exactly.
But that's the part that 9 to 5 people don't understand. They just think you bugging. You like, no, when I hit, it's up. But when you don't hit, it's down.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough for sure. And I think that anybody who's willing to like voluntarily say, you know what, this is what I want to do. I think there's a lot of power in that. It's
audacity.
Yeah.
Shout out to Iconic Ash. She just changed the name to Audacious Ash. I forgot to tell her I seen that and I want to acknowledge that. But this is actually her sweatsuit.
Fire.
The Iconic. You got to have a lot of fucking audacity to be an entrepreneur, and she has a lot of audacity. Yeah,
I like that. I think actually that name sounds really familiar. I'm pretty sure Kira might have told me about her as well.
Yeah. I actually met Kira through Ash.
Oh, you know what? So she did then.
Yeah.
She must have. And I feel like that's so dope that like, of course you swagged out completely and kind of pivoting, switching gears a little bit. Definitely want to hear about the store.
Okay.
Talk to me about the store. How did it come to be? I mean, of course, you went to school for business management and stuff, but I don't know if that was the heart, the mind behind like, I want to open up my own. Yeah, let's talk about it.
No, like I said, the school shit was literally a stunt on my sister.
Right.
So it was other things, but Shay knows this is really, but that's what life is supposed to be about. So my son, he's going to go to school, he's going to stunt on me, and that's what it should be about. So we have a custom clothing company called 5001 Flavors, actually celebrating 34 years this year.
Wow.
We make custom clothing for everyone in the world, athletes, movies, commercials.
Wow.
Everyone, just everyone.
Are we name dropping? What's
Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Jay-Z, Biggie Smalls. Most people know us from Biggie Smalls, Tupac, Daddy Yankee, everybody. Literally everything. Yeah, it'll be easier to say who we don't make clothes for. So that was started in 1992 by my sister and her then boyfriend, now husband, Guy Wood, who raised me, who was a fashion icon. You could Google Guy Wood, absolutely fashion icon. And they were doing clothes during that leather era in hip hop. And then, so back when I was in high school, I had the 5001. People thought I was fly. Oh my God, that's your family brand. And then I started doing designing here and there, and people would hit me because they knew the brand and making shit. And then when I got out of school, so I never had a job. That's a great, so I wanted a job. When I was in school, I said, yo, I like suits. I'm gonna get a briefcase. I'm gonna be corporate. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
Man, I went on 3,000 motherfucking interviews. They was like, nah. I'm like, what the fuck? So I said, I'm gonna lean into the fashion shit a bit more. And then when I started doing more volunteering with my guys. So I'm gonna lean into fashion a bit more. Long and behold, we were like, yo, it'd be dope to have a store. Because most people knew of 5001 Flavors, but they thought only celebrities could get it. Because we didn't have like a front. It was like you had to go up a brownstone. Our office was in a brownstone. People didn't know where we were. So we like, yo, let's get a storefront.
Yeah.
We choose to name it Harlem Haberdashery because 5001 Flavors was associated with celebrities. When you associate things with celebrities, people are like, oh, I can't afford that. So we named it Harlem Haberdashery, and a haberdasherer is just someone that makes fine clothing.
Right.
In some countries, where we realized when we opened in the Caribbeans, a haberdasher is a hat maker. So it's just different, but it's just someone that makes fine things.
Yeah.
And once we opened up the store, people like, oh, like it's really 5001 Flavors. Like, oh, this shit is dope. And we're now celebrating. We're going into our 14th, 15th year.
Amazing.
There. There's a family of designers. Everybody has their own brand, their own life. And I now ventured off and have other brands and other stores. Like I have a bodega. Like, so we've all done things.
Bodega?
But we have a hub. And Harlem Haberdashery 5001 Flavors is our hub.
Wow.
So we all share these resources to get clients, to make a name for yourself, for everything. And now we've all done these other great things. Like Ash is my partner. She's part of the family. And she has her own thing. My nephew G, who's big in the wedding world, he has his own thing. So we encourage everybody to do your own thing using these resources, this name, go out and do you.
Amazing.
Yep.
Congratulations on that.
Yep. And then as a family, we have a liquor, we have a water.
Really?
We have eyewear, yeah.
Listen.
As a family, yep.
We might have to talk.
Okay.
About like, maybe, because you know what, and this is, might be pivoting a little bit, but I'm in this space now just with the podcast where, you know, we want sponsorship, we want, you know, I mean, this is a one-woman show, but like, you know, even me working on building a team and like wanting sponsorship or wanting to figure out how I can collab with, you know, organizations, companies, brands to just like build, you know, like that's, you know, so
we'll talk.
We
even have a podcast. We have a podcast.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So listen.
There's everything, and it was because of who we are in Harlem and what we represent. It's like the Midas touch. Everything we do is successful, and that's not to brag or boast, but we're only successful because of our support. And I never want to undermine my support. And what I mean by that is what I realized is most people pay attention to who's not supporting them than who is. The family would jokingly say who isn't, but I'm going to always pay more attention to who is supporting me. And that's the only reason we're successful is because of our community, Harlem, and our supporters. Like, that's for real.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you can never, I agree with you. I feel like community and the support just goes such a long way. I second that. Like, I think even with this podcast and the growth that's been able to come from this podcast literally comes from like people like subscribing, tuning in,
sharing,
right?
All I do is share.
It takes nothing.
There's
a repost button now, so you don't
I don't think people realize how powerful a share is. You don't got to do nothing else.
Yep.
You don't got to buy none of my clothes. You don't got to buy anything. Just reshare it. Because now what you're doing is you're putting my product, somebody could be like, damn, I wish I knew a black-owned spirit company that have vodka. And you don't know that they said that. All you gotta do is report. They're like, oh, all you gotta do is put it in the eyes of someone. I love when people, you see on Twitter, and I always love this, people be like, yo, just reshare my art and put my art in front of new eyes. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
And I love it when people, you see the retweets, like, this is incredible. Just put, when you see your friends sharing stuff, just reshare it.
Simple.
That's all you gotta do.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Absolutely. No, thank you for sharing this. And, we're kind of winding down now, right? But before we end, I have just this I started a little series, right? It's kind of a series that I started on Instagram, but I also started incorporating it into the podcast as well. It's called Note to Self, right? And so with my Note to Self series, I kind of just post quotes that I feel like I'm speaking to myself, but I'm sharing it with other people because I'm sure they could also relate, or it could hit for someone, right? So what is a note to self that you have that you could share with the audience?
Yo, my note, most people who know me know my note to self is don't panic. As simple as that sound, it's very powerful.
I know that's right.
Don't fucking panic, man. Everything in your life gonna go wrong.
Yeah.
Don't fucking panic.
I know that's right. I like that one. I love that one. That might be the title of this episode.
I like it.
Don't panic with Dr. Kells Barnett.
Yes,
okay.
From Harlem.
From Harlem. Ethnicity is Harlem. I will never forget that. I'm like, that's a first, but I love it. I love it.
Don't nobody put that on the shirt. I'm gonna put it on the shirt. Please, nobody steal my shit, man. Yeah. Y'all be stealing all kind of my sayings, man. God, listen, let me get some money from it first.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, thank you so much for sharing. And before we end, any final thoughts, anything you want to share with the audience? Definitely leave your info where people could find you, follow you, if you have anything coming up.
Well, you can follow me and everything that I'm doing on kellsmania.com. That is KELLSMANIA.com. You literally everything is there. What I do encourage people, just because I just said my website, if you have a link tree, get rid of the link tree, buy domain names like $30, connect that domain name to your link tree. Now, when you're doing something like this, you can share your website and it's not like linktree.com/43900. Get rid of the link tree. It's not on branding.
You're getting me all the way together.
Yes. Get rid of the link tree. Buy a domain name. It makes it easier in passing. I have a card that literally has kellsmania.com on it. Pass to people like, yo, it's kind of dope. And my name on Instagram is Kellsmania. Everything is on brand. And you want to be on brand.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Every time. Thank you for that. That was actually a gem for me.
Yeah, do it. It's very easy.
Yeah.
You're going to see how easy it's going to make your life if you get rid of the link tree. I got link tree, but it's just that I have a custom domain connected to it. So it's not link tree, it's Kellsmania.
Got it.
Yes.
Fire. Amazing. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for that. And anything upcoming? Anything you have coming up that you want to know?
What do I have upcoming? Not right now. We're planning a lot of things. We're doing some podcast stuff and shopping that to a few places.
Amazing.
As far as big events, we have a gala that I may be working on to bring back for our 10th annual, but nothing really pressing that I could think of. Of course, we always got new drops at the clothing store, Harlem Haberdashery, 245 Lenox Avenue. You could check out 5001flavors.com if you want suits and whatever, some fly shit made. But yeah.
Love it.
It's working.
Amazing. Well, no, thank you so much for taking time out of your day and coming here.
Yeah.
This was great. Your energy is so vibrant. First of all, you're wearing yellow.
Yeah.
That in itself. Do y'all see how this man is dressed?
Right.
He has on yellow and it looks great. Okay. But I think it's also so complimentary, the brightness with just how moody this room is. I'm always I'm like a mood girl, so I like the dark colors and stuff.
Me too.
But
my bedroom is black.
Listen.
Yeah, I love it.
The best.
Yeah.
First of all, that's probably the best sleep you get because it's dark.
Like a fucking, I call it the bat cave. Shit feel like I'm in a motherfucking, like a bear cave.
Right. With the pop of color here though. I love it.
Yeah.
And so thank you so much.
Thank you.
And this is another episode, guys. Your Mental Matters podcast. We're out.